welcome to part 5 of ASMR Bedtime Stories. I hope you are tucked in tight and ready for today's spooky bedtime story. Time to turn off the lights, grab your comfiest blanket, and let's cue the rain sounds. I arrived on the island seeking inspiration. As a writer, I often found myself trapped in the confines of routine, the monotony of daily life stifling my creative spirit. I yearned for something different, something that would awaken the dormant embers of my imagination. And so, I packed my bags and set off to spend a month on a secluded island, far away from the distractions of the modern world. From the moment I stepped foot on the island, I felt a peculiar energy in the air. It was as if the very ground beneath me whispered secrets of the past, long forgotten by the world. The island was rugged and wild, its untouched beauty a canvas waiting to be explored. I relished the freedom and solitude it offered, eager to immerse myself in its mysteries. Days turned into nights as I wandered through the dense forests, tracing the footsteps of those who had once called this island home. Yet, as I delved deeper into its heart, I began to hear faint whispers on the wind. They were elusive, like ethereal echoes carried by the breeze. At first, I dismissed them as figments of my overactive imagination, the product of a mind desperate for inspiration. But the whispers persisted. One night, as I lay in bed, the moon casting its silvery light through the window, I sensed a presence in the room. My heart quickened in my chest as I turned my gaze toward the foot of the bed. There, amidst the darkness, stood a shadowy figure. Its form was indistinct, a mere silhouette against the night. Panic seized me. My breath caught in my throat, and I attempted to rationalize the sight. Yet, the figure remained, silent and watching. The encounter left me shaken, my mind racing with questions. What was this apparition? Was it merely a trick of the light, or something more sinister? I couldn't deny the chill that crept up my spine, the primal fear that gripped me in its icy grasp. Determined to find answers, I ventured further into the island's mysteries. On another evening, as I sought solace in a small cottage by the shore, I picked up the phone to call home. A sense of wrongness settled over me as I dialed the familiar number, the connection crackling with static. And then, amidst the interference, I heard a woman's voice. It sounded distant, distorted, as if she whispered from the bottom of a deep hole. Her words were faint, but I could clearly hear the desperation in the tone, a plea for help that sent shivers down my spine. I hung up the phone, my hand trembling. Who was she? What tragedy had befallen her? The island seemed to hold its secrets close, revealing only fragments of its haunted past. As the days wore on, the whispers grew louder, the encounters more frequent. On my last day, as I packed my belongings to leave the island, I heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps. They echoed through the room, each step measured and deliberate. I froze, my breath caught in my throat as I strained to listen. The footsteps continued, steady and persistent, yet I was alone. A surge of fear coursed through me, urging me to leave this forsaken place, to escape the clutches of its restless spirits. With trembling hands, I hastily finished packing, my mind filled with the echoes of those unseen footsteps. Every creak of the floorboards sent a shiver down my spine, and the weight of the island's history pressed heavily upon me. Finally, my bags were packed, and I made my way to the door. As I turned the handle, a gust of wind swept through the room, extinguishing the flickering candle on the table. Darkness enveloped me, a suffocating cloak that seemed to breathe with a life of its own. Panic surged within me, urging me to flee. Then, amidst the darkness, a soft voice whispered through the air. It was melodic, yet filled with sorrow, as if the very soul of the island spoke to me. "Stay," it pleaded, the words caressing my ears. The voice held a strange allure, drawing me closer to the heart of the island's secrets. In that moment, fear and curiosity waged a battle within me, and as the shadows danced around me, I made a decision that would forever alter my path. Now, as I sit in the comfort of my study, surrounded by the trappings of everyday life, I can still hear the echoes of the Whispering Isle. The spirits linger within me, their stories forever etched upon the pages of my books. Though the whispers have faded, their essence remains, a reminder of the power of the unseen and the forgotten. I may never return to that island, but its mark upon my soul is indelible. It is a place of both darkness and light, where restless spirits roam and inspiration blossoms in the most unlikely of places. As I write, I am forever grateful for the eerie whispers that led me to the heart of the Whispering Isle, where the spirits of the forgotten found their voice once more.